Seasonal Planning Guide. What to grow in your winter garden. Welcome to the winter gardening season. While many plants take a break during the cold months, winter gardening is a fantastic opportunity to grow hardy, cold-tolerant plants that thrive even when the temperature drops. In this 5-minute guide, we'll cover what to plant, how to protect your crops from the cold, and tips for maximizing your garden space. 1. Choosing the right plants for winter. The key to a successful winter garden is selecting the right plants that can withstand frost and even snow. Here are some excellent choices for the winter season. Kale. Kale is an incredibly hardy leafy green that thrives in the colder months. It can withstand freezing temperatures and actually tastes better after being touched by frost, as the cold helps break down its bitter compounds. Plant it in a sunny spot and you'll have fresh, nutritious greens throughout the winter. Spinach. Spinach is another hardy green that grows well in the cold. It's rich in vitamins and can be harvested all winter long, especially if you plant it in a sheltered spot or provide some frost protection. Garlic. Winter is the ideal time to plant garlic, which requires a period of cold weather to develop properly. Garlic is usually planted in late fall and harvested the following summer. It's a low-maintenance crop that yields abundant results, making it a staple in many winter gardens. Brussels sprouts. If you have a bit more space, Brussels sprouts are perfect for winter. These plants thrive in cooler weather and become sweeter as temperatures drop. They're also quite resilient to frost, which makes them perfect for late-season harvesting. Carrots and beets. Root vegetables like carrots and beets can also be grown in winter. These crops benefit from the cold, becoming sweeter after being exposed to frost. If you're in a very cold climate, consider growing these in raised beds or under closures for added protection. Frost protection. Winter gardening comes with its challenges, and one of the biggest concerns is frost. While some plants can handle light frost, others may need extra protection to thrive through the season. Row covers. Lightweight fabric row covers or frost cloths can be placed over your plants to shield them from frost and extreme temperatures. They allow light and water to pass through, but provide a layer of insulation. Cold frames. A cold frame is a simple structure with clear plastic or glass that traps heat from the sun, creating a mini greenhouse effect. Cold frames are ideal for extending your growing season, especially for leafy greens and herbs. Mulching. A thick layer of mulch around the base of your plants will help insulate the soil and prevent it from freezing. Mulch also helps retain moisture and regulate the soil temperature. Companion planting for winter. Companion planting is a gardening technique that involves growing certain plants together to improve each other's growth, deter pests, and enhance the overall health of the garden. Here are some winter companion planting ideas. Spinach and garlic. These two plants work well together. Garlic acts as a natural pest repellent, protecting your spinach from pests like aphids and mites. Kale and beets. Kale and beets are great companions because they share similar soil and light requirements. Plus, the deep roots of the beets help loosen the soil, which benefits the shallow roots of kale. Brussels sprouts and herbs. Planting herbs like rosemary and thyme near your Brussels sprouts can help deter pests like aphids and cabbage worms. Maximizing small urban spaces. For urban gardeners with limited space, winter gardening is still very much achievable. Here are a few tips to maximize your space. Vertical gardening. Take advantage of vertical space by using trellises, hanging planters, or stacked containers. These methods allow you to grow more in a smaller area by growing plants upward rather than outward. Container gardening. Using containers allows you to move plants around to find the best sunny spots. You can also insulate containers to keep the soil warmer. If you have a balcony or windowsill, container gardening is perfect for growing winter-friendly herbs, greens, and even garlic. Indoor gardens. If you don't have outdoor space, consider starting a small indoor garden. Many winter vegetables like spinach, kale, and herbs can grow indoors in a sunny window or under grow lights. Herbs like parsley, cilantro, and thyme can also thrive inside. General winter gardening tips. Watering. While plants may not require as much water in the winter, it's essential to water when the soil is dry, especially for plants growing in containers or raised beds. Be cautious not to overwater, as frozen soil can lead to root rot. Sunlight. During the winter months, sunlight hours are shorter, so it's essential to place your plants where they can get the maximum amount of sunlight. Consider moving plants around to follow the sun, especially if you're working with containers. Plan ahead. Since winter can be unpredictable, it's a good idea to plan your winter garden with succession planting in mind. If you're growing in containers, plant a new batch of greens every few weeks to ensure a continuous harvest throughout the season. Conclusion. Winter gardening can be an incredibly rewarding experience, whether you're a seasoned gardener or new to the world of cold weather planting. With a little planning and the right plants, you can enjoy fresh, homegrown food all winter long. Remember to protect your crops from frost Maximize your space creatively and take advantage of companion planting to boost your garden's productivity. Happy gardening!